for some Rocket League, so I hope you're awake. You don't even need coffee with the match that's coming up here. G2 eSports versus Ghost Gaming. They keep talking the big three, but I'm sure Ghost is ready to shut that storyline down. I'm Leafex in beside me. Lawler, what do you think about this?
Doing good, man. Obviously, the guys at the desk talking about the big three and how they expect them to go 5-0 this week. But one thing that has been true throughout all of their losses for Ghost is their defense has been phenomenal. Obviously, defense does not win games here, although it did win one against another team earlier, so they're sitting at 1-2. Happily, I guess, in 5th place. I mean, playoffs are pretty cool, but they need some wins, and they need to do it here.
So let's talk about Ghost. I mean, obviously, we've touched on G2. Everyone knows G2. A lot of fans out there. What is Ghost specifically looking at? I mean, we've seen some improvements, specifically looking at the stats. I'm pretty sure last week I called out Lethra having like a 7% shooting percentage.
It wasn't good.
And now it's up to about 21%. That's improvement.
It's improvement, but like the stat I still look at, like he averaged, I think his assists are like 0.13. Clearly, no one else is helping up on offense. They talked about it all the time on the desk. Someone needs to move up and help. Memory has been solid on defense, so that should enable Zanejacky to move up and make some plays. The difficulty, though, is those passes that he's making. He is challenging the ball in the air, and that's a big improvement from what we've seen over the seasons, but it's still not enough. Those passes or those touches need to be to a teammate, and part of the reason why it's not is because there is no one else there. Either Lethmir leads the charge or someone hits the ball and they're both on defense. So they're not on the same page when it comes to transitioning back downfield. They need to find a way to bring it upfield and then maintain that kind of pressure because that's been their biggest issue. They put a shot on net and then it falls apart.
Well, we're going to find out now. Ghost can shut down G2 eSports. The desk was pretty unanimous on this decision. In game number 1, our first best of 5 North America, week 3. The RLCS, season 6. Already off the bat, G2 starting some offense, a demo as well. Rizzo to keep the pressure at midfield. Kronovi and JNAPS both there to stop anything from Zanejacky. That midfield defense starting strong. We'll see now if a conversion can come out for Ghost Gaming. A 50-50 in favor of Kronovi. There's a follow-up from JNAPS, and they're going to put the first one in the first minute.
Fantastic confidence in his teammate. JNAPS plays that straight up and down and in, but the follow-up immediately after, he recognizes, you know what, Kronovi, you can't make the next one. I'm just going to sweep in and get the play on the back end as well. Zanejacky just not enough boost to get in. He had 3 touches, I think it was, in a row, just not enough boost to get there. Catches him off guard. G2 off with a strong start.
Ghost already down by a goal. We'll see if they can answer quickly. You always got to shake off that first minute, especially in a long series of best of 5.
Oh, no.
Zane, though, with a quick follow-up. A miss there, I think, on defense from G2, and there's that quick answer.
2 mistakes, not the right one. First was the Rizzo whiffing off that backboard clear, and then the other one, Kronovi just tries to challenge it, goes right on past. Ghost's going to get away with this one. Easy tie-up quick in the first minute. But need to be careful, need to clean that stuff up. Do not want to allow Ghost to crawl back in as a 1v1 opens up. It goes. Kronovi, what a shot.
Kronovi off the kickoff. Kickoff can reset all momentum, and Kronovi takes huge advantage of that. A nice little flick over a defending Lethmir. Can't do much. Well, and they're back in the lead.
I mean, Carpet talked about it as well in his little classroom thing about how well Rizzo supported this team. And you saw him in the right position immediately after that as well. Lets Kronovi take it. He's like, you know what, if you don't make it, at least I get some glory. But he doesn't need it this time.
Kronovi looking so good this season.
As last week, I think, solidified how confident he is with his team.
And that makes him even scarier. Good passing play upfield. JNAPS to Kronovi. A little bit wide on the shot, though. All 3 Ghost members in net. We'll see if they can get possession here, move that ball down the other end. Lethmir to nobody. Tries to follow that up himself. JNAPS with a miss there. Memory puts it to the net, but it was a little bit to the left. The demo could have been helpful to get Ghost tied up on the scoreboard. Rizzo, it's going to be met by Zanejacky. Defense from G2 stopping out now, but they do need to get the ball away from Ghost. They finally do that. Zane can't hold that midfield line and pressure. Kronovi off the wall. 50-50 down to Lethmir. 3 minutes left now. G2 still holding the lead. Good touch from Leth, but Kronovi's going to be able to turn that one around quickly, and a miss off the wall is going to leave Memory as the last defender against all 3 G2 players. But he does his best, and buy some time for his teammates to recuperate.
Fortunate for Lethmere there, expended all of his boost to make that challenge. He's actually going to go all the way to the other side of the field. But it's opening up their positioning as he's bullying JNaps. A little bit different style of play, these guys. He has that trust on defense. That's not been the issue for this team. So maybe you're going to start to see Lethmere roaming more, going for demo, shutting down these rotations from G2. Make sure you pay attention to Lethmere and his aggressive gameplay.
Look at that, even that memory going back for boost. G2 already there to steal it, and they make it back to defense to stop any kind of attack from Ghost. They need to capitalize on those chances there on offense. See if they have a chance here. Memory pops that one up. Hopefully by time, but JNaps is already in the air to regain possession of this. Kronovi off the back wall. He'll have lots of space to work with JNaps, but he'll miss, and that'll give a chance for Ghost to take control. Zanejackie off the side. Follow up from Leth wasn't fast enough. Memory just waiting a pinch there from G2, almost finding that bottom corner. An incredible play, just falling short. Minute 30 left. G2 still in the lead. Almost extending it there with that play, and they're on offense again. A pass out front, not expected by anybody, including his teammates. A demo, a chance now for more pressure from G2. Ghost also out of boost. They're struggling to find their footing in the series.
Credit due happen. That was not a sentence that I wanted to say. Credit has to go to Ghost, though. They've been spreading. I was watching Lethmere, and he was rotating really weird. It caught me off guard.
Credit do happen.
Credit do happen sometime. Yeah, that's what we wanted to say. No, they've been spreading the field really well. It's part of the reason why they've been able to handle this G2 offense. Wow, I cannot talk today. Not much overlapping's been going on.
Play-by-play, and I do most of it for you.
Holy cow, man. I'm going to take a sip of this water, and I'm going to recoup myself, and hopefully Ghost can do the same. I got 30 seconds.
They're probably going to have to look at the second match here, because even with 30 seconds left, I'm not confident they can grab a goal, as G2 is looking extremely powerful on the field right now.
I mean, the difficulty is like Lethmere there. He set it up for his teammate because he didn't get a good shot. He does go for the bump after, but still, again, no follow-up.
Sure, we've seen a couple misses from JNaps, but it doesn't matter. Most of the touches have been on point, and there's been no punish from from Ghost Gaming. Drop down from Rizzo. Maybe one more attempt they're going for, but all they got to do right now is kill this ball, and JNaps will do, well, try to do exactly that.
I have no idea how Member kept that up.
And there it is, finally touching. I think JNaps wanted to get that just block and put it on the ground, but it did pop off him. Another chance, but G2 eventually walks away with the win, and they hold on to the storyline, but it was close. And Ghost did this last week too with Cloud9. They kept the series very close, but they ended up losing. On paper, it looked like a huge loss.
Well, I mean, you don't want to give too much credit. Obviously, the only reason Ghost got a goal in that one because of the double mistake on defense from G2. So they did apply pressure. I like that Lethmere is starting to roam a little bit more. He is getting a little bit more aggressive. But the touches and the offense is still missing. Like, I'm glad they're opening up opportunities, but if no one's there to follow up the opportunities that are presented, it's all for naught. Like, it doesn't matter.
Now, do you think as G2, they're looking scared at this point? I mean, they looked extremely confident on the field. They look like they're in control. And it almost feels like the Dignitas way to play things is don't go overboard. You don't need to score
flashy,
on every
right?
offensive drive. Just play your game, and eventually you'll score.
Yeah, the benefit is when they don't make those mistakes. Obviously, the one did open up on defense, but for the most part on offense, all the touches are to each other. Everything's pretty and relatively clean. So it's kind of a difficult thing to play against on defense. Is eventually you're going to run out of boost, and you saw it. Like, Zanejackie just couldn't get back in time. So if they keep playing that kind of style where it's like, all right, we'll just keep applying consistent pressure, nothing too flashy, we're not going to put ourselves out of position. And in a circumstance where we do lose a challenge, it won't matter, right? They have the ability to just fall in line and someone's there. So super clean overall, nothing too crazy from G2. It's going to be pretty much up to Ghost at this one. Can they bring it to this team? Can they dictate the pace? Find a way to shut these guys down? I like the demos, but nothing coming from them just yet.
That's a solid question. We're going to find out, is it a question that Ghost can answer? They got 2 more games to do it. This is a best of 5. G2 took the first one. They'll probably want to find their answers in game number 2, though, so they're not struggling looking at a match point. G2 on the first drive. There's Rizzo. Backboard shot. Zanejackie with a clear to nobody. A touch out there from Rizzo to JNaps. Or sorry, Crow to JNAPS, I think it was. Rizzo, last defender, doesn't get the touch he wants, but good recovery, gets a flick. Putting that to Kronovi, who's already up on offense, ready to capitalize on that. All he needs to do is buy some time right now. JNAPS a double tap towards the net. Memory was ready for that one.
Still a smart play from JNAPS. He knows there's one right in front of him if he takes that shot. Instead, sets himself up for a double tap. Not only does he get a better shot on the target, draws a defender as that one goes in front of the net.
Left. Super wide shot, maybe by time. Good back pass, though. Memory will try to take control, but he's out of boost. Zanejacki with the pressure, but a miss. Leaving Lethemir to try to do something with it. Good touch from Zane, keeping the pressure on. Memory's going to have to get back into play quicker if they want to keep G2 in their own end. Kronovi, defensive air dribble, gets it to midfield, but Memory will greet him. Infield pass there. Let's see if they can finish it off, and it will sneak in. Memory gonna grab that final touch on a beautiful passing play from Ghost.
Lethemir set it all up, just challenging right in front of that net, but rather than Zane going for the direct approach, he passes it off to his teammate. Not the best shot, but placed well. It works out. Zanejacki still choosing to follow up afterwards as well. That extra little bit of pressure. For some reason, G2 2 in net, nobody coming out to make that
Passing
save.
plays off the kickoff. Smart play, you saw Rizzo ready, could have gone for the shot, and most players would. But he had JNAPS to support him. It went off the crossbar. Ghost will live to see another day.
Good patience from JNAPS to win that 50-50.
Flick a little bit high, Kronovi there, just to make sure Lethemir couldn't clear the pressure right now. I think almost everybody sitting with minimal boost right now, and G2 taking advantage of it. Good pass over to JNAPS. Zanejacki intercepted it, though, somehow read that play. I think they're becoming a bit aware of how much G2 is passing. There's one in front of the net, a save. Zanejacki yet again ready for that play.
Despite all those passes, one thing stays true. Ghost on defense as Lethemir goes for the fake underneath.
Well, so far so good. They don't really have to do much, though, as the offense from Ghost lacking just a little bit. Lethemir starting to take control.
Surprised he didn't pass it off to Memory. He was in back as that back third as he gets a demo up front as well. Just trying to see this from Ghost. We needed a little bit more aggression, but shots like that have to go in too high from Memory.
Lethemir getting anxious on these drives, looking for another goal. They have the lead, and they need to know that they just got to make no mistakes. Oops, a 50-50 hugely in favor of Zanejacki. Just missing that top right corner. Rizzo finally breaking out of the G2 end, almost finding a goal out of it. Kronovi backing off, knowing that Memory did get possession, and there it moves back down into the orange end.
It's a good pass play from Memory. Unfortunately, it hit the ceiling, so that pass going over to Lethemir falling short. But you can already see it right now from G2. They are starting to struggle a little bit more. They are noticing the pressure that Ghost is trying to put on.
1 minute 30 left. Ghost has the lead. And I'm sure they want to get a goal to extend that, but they got to make sure they don't push it and just hold on to this at least. And they can have game number 2 in their pockets. Memory left, moving upfield. Zanejacki backs off as he missed double jump there. And they'll lose some pressure. JNAPS, solo play, trying to 50. He'll have a teammate to pressure that. Crow and Rizzo Sharky now as Ghost sits on defense. Off the backboard, no follow-up. Lethemir can take control. Does he have a teammate to 50 that? No, Memory will have to clear that hard. 38 seconds left. G2 looking for a final drive now. Maybe Lethemir can get a double tap. He'll be able to boost a follow-up from Zanejacki. And they grab another goal to extend the lead in the final 30 seconds.
Great play from Lethemir, out of boost pretty much. But they have to respect that he's following it. The guy who's been scoring pretty much all the goals for the team, you have to assume he's going to be selfish in that play. But the communication, he draws one up, backs off, makes it wide open for Zanejacki. With only 30 seconds left, you kind of have to assume now that Ghost is going to hold on and tie it back up in the series.
At the same time, G2 isn't looking bad. Great shot, but an even better save. Moving upfield is G2, passing play, stopped by Lethemir. You see Zane and Memory just like, all right, Leth, get at him. Just stop them, don't let them score for the next 20 seconds. And it looks like they did just that. And Ghost Gaming is going to take game at number 2 against G2, making one of the big 3 bleed, and we'll see if they can finish the job in the next few games.
Spreading the field well, everybody getting involved, and the thing I like to see the most about that scoreboard, Lethmir doesn't have a single goal. His teammates, the ones getting the goals, leading the charge for them, following up, and that's what you want to do. So many times we compare them to Cloud9, where Lethmir could take that role of Squishy, where if you want to use all that mechanical ability, the ability to challenge really well, lead the charge, set up a pass, draw someone out, and then throw it into the middle for your teammates. He's doing that. He's starting to challenge a little bit better. He's making conscious effort to not go for things that he can't get. There was plenty of times in the midfield where he would hit the ball into the corner, and he recognized, as soon as I do that, there's no way I'm going to win. So he backs off, goes to midfield again, and then waits for that ball to get cleared, and then challenges that as well. Issue, still not followed up. So he's having to do it all on offense, but then when they do follow up and the team is there, they, for the most part, have put him away.
Now, for G2, though, do you think they need to make any changes coming into game number 3? I mean, they look solid. Obviously, something fell apart and they weren't able to get any goals. Ghost was shutting some of those chances down. What changes, if any, would G2 need to make, or do you think they should just go into the game like, just play our game again?
So it's weird to always change things up. Like, for these guys, the biggest difficulty, I think, for me, is that when these plays are developing, it's hard when it's such a drastic change from one game to the other, right? So they went from being up a game, making only a single mistake, and now out of nowhere, Ghost is like, we're going to play fast, aggressive, we're going to challenge everything, and just try to touch it as much as possible so you guys can't kind of dictate how we want to play. So for them, it's not that they need to make a big change in their play style, they just need to play a little bit faster to connect with the ball more, because Ghost right now is pretty much touching everything first.
Well, we're going to see if Ghost can keep it up. Game 3. Tied in the series 1-1 of this best of 5. Ghost with the more recent win. Looking to make it 2. G2 eSports still looking strong on the field. And now they know they can't sleep on Ghost. Lethmir will try to set up the first play here. Rizzo with the pressure. JNaps will back off, knowing that he can't get to that before memory. JNaps just a slow play, waiting for a setup. Rizzo will pop that one over. An incredible play, the patience from JNaps to be able to get that one across the whole field to Rizzo. Beautiful.
That extra touch on the back end as well allows him to get past Zanejackie. And then it just falls into the lap of Rizzo. I can't believe it ended up going underneath. I thought it was going to pinch a little bit harder. But a great start for them to bounce back here in only 40 seconds.
And Kronovi, oh, that's going to be a long shot. No one home off the kickoff. Not a good start for Ghost Gaming. Looking more like game number 1.
Yeah, just for Zanejackie. When he tried to pop that off the corner, he wanted to play it harder across the field, but he doesn't get a nose on it, so it just falls into the lap again of this G2 team, and wide open on defense. Just goes to show for these guys, all it takes sometimes is one little mistake, and the rest falls apart.
At this level, you know, one little mistake, especially against G2, will be punished like that, and you saw the result of it just now before your very own eyes. 1 minute in, G2 up. JNaps trying to make it another one. Great shot, memory was ready. Lethmir off the wall. Zanejackie trying to be a nuisance in the G2 defense. Finally, Memory is forced to move up onto offense. Who's still 2. We'll see if he can create some trouble in the corner and get that ball to a teammate. There's a nice high pop. Lethmir up too soon. Zanejackie will follow it. A second touch, he'll miss. Memory moving in. The pressure is on, but G2 looking strong. In the second that ball gets somewhere in reach, you see Rizzo rushing out like, all right, it's our chance to finally move it out, but a good stop from Ghost at the midfield will keep themselves on offense. And this is something we didn't see in game number 1, was them having any kind of sustained offense, but they're doing exactly that in game 3. They are down 2 goals, but eventually it should transition into a goal for Ghost Gaming.
Again, we talked about it pretty much at the beginning of the game. Zanejackie's doing a better job at contesting and allowing them to maintain offense. But there's nobody there to follow it up. You saw it just a little bit ago again. He hits it, he clears it down, but then no one's in a good position to follow it up. They need to find a way to make sure that when these guys are rotating back for boost, someone is still upfield to make help happen. As a pass over to Lethmir gets saved.
Good stop there from Kronovi. Lethmir almost had his chance. We said the G2 defense just not looking like it's struggling at all, and no matter how much offense Ghost puts on, they can't seem to break that final wall. That 2.5 minutes of a passed, and it's been almost all Ghost on offense, yet still down by 2 goals. JNAP's trying to turn things around. We'll see if G2 can finally get some plays of their own started up. Memory breaking out, but without boost, he won't be able to get far. Patience from Zanejacki, moving forward. What? It just barely saved. He had the boost to get there, but puts himself in a weird spot.
It's like it was like a really weird reaction, like a bug landed on him, and he was just like, and then he like slammed it across the crossbar. It worked out.
Oh, what a save there. Lethamyr has another chance, though, not strong enough. And JNAP's the double save, and they're able to clear that one out. Incredible defense from G2.
Heroic effort coming out from JNAPs. You thought that was a gimme for Lethamyr, but unfortunately he shot it right back at him. The recovery so crucial for G2 on defense. Still keep them up by 2 with 1:13 left. Trying to go back on top. You mentioned about having to make little small changes. Was it going to be enough in this next game? And exactly that. Other than a couple mistakes here and there, they're playing it with a much faster and urgent pace, and it's definitely paying off.
G2 is so confident in their defense right now that they get 2 goals and they just back off. They don't need any offense if they can just hold it and win the game. It's incredible the confidence they have right now. And Ghost has to be frustrated that with all this offense, they still can't score. Zanejacki, a touchdown to left. He tries to get it back up to Zane, but they'll leave that one be. Rizzo. We'll get that one down. 30 seconds left. And Ghost still no goals. There's a chance, Memory to Kronovi, though he'll stop that easy. I'm waiting for you, Ghost. All of these shots, even when they think they had one, you saw before JNAPs. With incredible last-second touches, a good pass down to Zanejacki. And that's going to be the last final drive they needed to make things happen. And 2 goals will not happen now. And G2 will grab, in a very defensive style, game number 3, putting themselves at match point 2-1 against Ghost Gaming. But we did see an awakened Ghost, that's for sure.
Yeah, best part though from G2, everybody involved up on offense. 3 shots apiece, clean across the board, as you guys got to see a little bit there. That's my bad, I hit tab. I'll take full ownership of that.
Sharing the stats.
Hey man, it's only the stats, not actually playing on the field, right, James?
There is a third button. It's the scoreboard button.
Yeah, it's one at a time, right? But no, like they spread it out. It was clean. A couple mistakes, obviously, from Ghost. That's kind of the big difference, though. Like every time they try to play on offense, either there's no follow-up or the touches that they are making are not clean. The big issue I have, though, a lot of shots coming out. The pass plays infield have actually been really clean. Like plenty of times they're passing up to Memory on top, but it keeps hitting the crossbar. It's happened way too many times.
I'm just kind of, I mean, like G2 still had a lot of shots. Just one under, I think, Ghost, if my NA math is right. But it didn't seem like they were on offense a lot. And I think maybe a lot of it happened in that first minute. They got their goals and they backed off. And it's, for Ghost, how frustrating can it be to know that you had so many chances? And even that one incredible thing, JNAPs, like, you finally have a chance. Lethamyr's like, all right, we got a goal. No, you don't. That's so frustrating, especially going into this next one, knowing that you're a match point, knowing that you need to get some wins in league play, knowing that you're so close. Yeah. How do you stay composed?
It's frustrating. So a long time ago, back when I was considered okay at the game, there was times when yeah, right. It's been a really long time. But it was probably one of the most frustrating things is when you put so many shots on net and you can't find the back of the net. But the best thing for this Ghost team is immediately off the kickoff in the next game, they get a goal.
A goal just happened. 5 seconds in.
There is no better way for Ghost than to start like that.
And then keep it up.
That's the tough part, man. 5 seconds doesn't really tell us much.
Well, now we're going to see, again, we saw a defensive G2, and now we're probably going to see an offensive one. We know they have to get this goal back. I'm excited to see what G2 can manage to do here. Good upfield passing plays. Look at that. The second they know they need to score, the passing plays come out. On offense, though, is Ghost Gaming. It's be a chance. A weak touch there from Rizzo gave Lethamyr a chance. But the defense from G2, and a teammate up ready to save him. Ghost trying to find an opening here. Rizzo by himself upfield. There's Kronovi to follow up. Good 50 from JNAPS. Buy some time. Lethamyr throws a ball deep down the other end. A possession, potentially, but neither Rizzo nor Kronovi, I guess, could figure out what Memory was doing, and that's 2 goals for the boy.
It all comes down, though, to Lethamyr just putting it in a good spot for Memory. Nice and soft, not too high, doesn't have to use too much boost, and he has options in that scenario. So for him, he can play it low, he can play it high. He ends up not even really touching it and just bounces in.
Hey, you take him. Quick kickoff goal, small little bounce, and Ghost Gaming is up by 2 goals. A fake there from JNAPS. Hoping to psych out the defender to get at least one of these goals answered. Didn't work out. Ghost with some pressure on offense. We see Memory in for a bit of a bump game, but Lethamyr couldn't get that one out to Zanejacki. They'll have to try again. A pop for Memory to get some boost. Possession giveaway, a chance for a power shot. Rizzo just getting the back end on that one to stop it out. Not the best placement from Zanejacki, and that'll be saved out by G2. Still offense on. And Rizzo with another save, just traps that one and moves it to midfield, but Ghost is not letting up at this midline.
Luckily, though, for G2 there, from what I could tell, everybody extremely low on boost. Without that clear, they're in big trouble as this one might sneak its way in.
Kronovi was a little bit too late to the ball there. Gave that Ghost defense a bit of time to figure out what they were about to do and what they should do with that situation. Zane's been getting a lot of good 50-50s in his favor. Yeah, another one to move that ball upfield. But they can't turn that into any kind of scoring opportunity. Bounce out, Kronovi reacts. Sends it deep, Kronovi. Off of that, just off the post, a follow-up from JNAPS. And there's one of the 2 goals answered back.
Really well done here. Just a quick transition downfield. Unfortunately, it gets Zanejacki completely off guard. So even though he gets the touch, he's leaning backwards, and the ball just continues to go in G2's favor. And then they apply the pressure one after another. Even though Kronovi doesn't get that shot, the follow-up, something G2's been doing so well so far this season. They put it away, bring it back within 1. 2:15 left. Now it's up to Ghost. Can they continue to bring this spread further apart?
This is match point. I'm sure Ghost wants to bring this to a game 5.
I mean, obviously, right?
Yeah, you never know. Maybe they're just like, you know what, we really like G2, but Lethamyr gonna re-extend the lead there as they move a 3rd goal into the net.
Putting that one at a wide open net, and it's all open because the aggression coming out from G2 on offense. A demo play was happening, nobody back on defense, and if they get past the 1, it goes underneath. Leaves it wide open. Ghost now with a 2-goal spread, answering back.
Rizzo with a solo trap, can't get it past Lethamyr. Zane was there just in case Rizzo got it past left. Crow to clean up Zane's touch. Lethamyr forcing that one on the far side of the net. Now Memory and Zane can move this one up the field. Rizzo with the miss, a chance now for a 3-on-2. Off the backboard, Memory's up. Pinch from the defense there, sends that one to midfield. JNAPS can't get that one past Memory, and there's an open net. All 3 G2 members up on offense, and Ghost is gonna punish hard.
So from the looks of it, we're gonna get a game 5, Brody.
Hey,
it's against one of the big 3.
Yeah.
Okay, so looking at that, Gibbs mentioned a tweet, and in that tweet he said there's pretty much 3 certainties in Rocket League, and one of them is don't go to game 5 against G2 because they are incredible at that point. But from what I'm seeing right now, Ghost is absolutely dominating them.
But there's still another game past this. And that could still stand true.
I mean, we saw it in game 2, right? How quickly the tables can turn. Either way, will Ghost have enough in the tank? Their offense has been the big question. Will they answer? Will someone help out Lethamyr? And if I press tab, I could tell you, but I can't because I don't remember who's all scored. But we'll find out after the game. Either way, with 40 seconds left, all they need to do is kill time, high clears, find a way to kill as much boost off of this team, and just hold on. Demos and clears like that are a great way to do it, though.
3 goals. This is a hard one to throw in 30 seconds now. As long as you're playing smart. You know G2 is going to put everything into offense right now. All you have to do is remain patient and wait for those mistakes just to counter and clear. 10 seconds left. It's looking all but over now, even if G2 scores on this drive. Ghost is going to bring this to a Game 5, and as you mentioned, that Gibbs mentioned, that a tweet mentioned, that this isn't where you want to be against G2.
That was a very big workaround, but you are right. The one to look at, Memory, a hat trick coming out for him. But despite that, you still see Lethemir at the top of the point board. That is just showing how involved he is in every play. 3 assists, assisting every goal for Memory, as well as getting one of his own. Multiple saves, shots as well. So for Lethemir to get that involved and then have his teammates finally starting to follow through, that's great. The difficulty, though, is Zanejacki sitting at only 90 points. It was all Lethemir and Memory.
Yeah, well, I mean, Memory, again, got that first quick kickoff goal at the beginning, and then he got that second kind of bouncer there. So, not freebies by any means, but definitely he's been... It's weird because the previous games he's been sitting a bit back on defense and letting Zane and Leth kind of just do their thing on offense. But now that he's moved up there, they've been scoring. And I wonder if that's that transition they needed that now G2 isn't able to figure out. Yeah,
it's been interesting because Lethemir's still making pretty good decisions, and Zanejacki's been able to follow up with the challenges in the midfield as long as he's able to just get that touch. So the issue they always had, I think, back on defense way back was their challenges, and when they challenged the ball was on their half, like by their goal. And now that they're moving that up to the midfield and stopping it a little bit earlier, it's allowing them to start pushing up a little bit further. So I like the fact that they're transitioning it and putting on a little bit more pressure, even though Zanejacki may not be making the best touches. The ones that he's making are extremely crucial.
Well, we're going to find out now. We have a Game 5 on our hands, our first series of North America Week 3 in the RLCS Season 6. We're going to Game 5. Told you wouldn't need your coffee. Ghost bringing it to one of the big 3, G2 eSports. G2 looking to make the answers as Ghost has figured something out. 20 seconds in, an early drive from G2 is going to be shut down. JNAP's midfield pass. Rizzo was there, but just for some reason not expecting it, I guess. There'll be a chance now for Ghost Gaming to reset themselves. JNAP's right idea with the pass across, but no one there to receive it.
It's because Kronovi went for a demo. He got it.
Oh, that's going to be a chance there. And just last second, we see Memory get a touch to put that one out. Rizzo will have no power on that. Zanejacki can move this up the field. He knows Leth is there, but he's trying for the solo play. Power shot, fake. What's it going to be? Nothing. He gets stopped out.
Still a really smart play. Wasn't sure how he was going to play it, if he was going to just smash it into the corner otherwise, but the ability to just hold it for a little bit longer and then to draw multiple defenders in. All his teammates now fully boosted in a great position, ready to attack. As Lethemir wins a good challenge.
JNAP's off the ceiling. 50 that one. Good idea from Crow to back off. That's going to drop down, but Rizzo was also up. He'll not be able to finish that one off. JNAP's will be left at midfield to keep the pressure up by himself. Rizzo with a pass to Kronovi. There is someone waiting net. Lethemir stops that one. Zanejacki wasn't going to be able to get to it in time. Now a flick, a move down the other field, or end of the field. We'll see if Ghost can transition into offense. 2 up though, Zanejacki last. He'll be looking to buy some time, but he gives the ball right to JNAP's. He'll take a shot. Less able to save that one.
It's been weird watching Zanejacki on defense here. It's twice in a row now he's hesitated going for a ball. He's been lucky they haven't been punished for it. That's something that G2 could possibly exploit, especially with it being a tie game right now. A lot of defense on the side of Ghost.
That's troublesome for Ghost, knowing that they were winning when they, well, were on offense. And they had G2 waiting, but there it is, a quick turnaround in Memory. The second he gets up there, across that field, he scores.
From Zainjacki. It pinches across, he traps it, and then just jumps. Unfortunately for Kronovi, that pinch goes right into the front of their team's lap. And Memory able to put it away. Are we actually going to see this happen? There's a lot of game time left. But Ghost is making a good choice to keep them ahead right now.
Well, this is a massive chance right now for Ghost if they can keep it up, but they can't. Rizzo is going to tie this one up. They're not ready to go out like this yet. We're the big three. We can keep it tied. 2 minutes left, but they're tied up now.
Out of nowhere, they flip a switch, one after another. The shots just come bombarding in from G2. No hesitation. Summarizes that play so well, the ability to just respond.
Well, my question now is, are we going to see Ghost allow Memory to move up in the offense a little bit more during these final 2 minutes? Because that might be exactly what they need. A huge win this would be if they could get this out, but G2 is ready to party.
Oh, they can't party just yet. Need to get a win first.
It ain't over yet. Rizzo off a touch from Kronovi, which was off a touch from JNAPS. All three involved. Rizzo underneath. Is that going to find its way in? Did he just double think the defenders to get this one out to his teammate?
Space in the world. Whoop, whoop. Underneath one and over the other.
Rizzo!
Player of the week last week, showing why here. What a play from Rizzo.
Double fake sets up his teammate, and they're going to put themselves in a lead in incredible fashion. Ghost can't even be mad about that one.
I mean,
they probably are, but they can't.
I don't know if mad's the right word. They're just like probably focused on trying to tie back up. It's kind of important.
Oh, you're right.
My goodness.
And there it is. Somehow, Lethemir finds himself alone in front of the orange net. Like a mistouch from JNAPS. Great pass.
Hopefully they're not spamming. Little BM if they are, but in what was a rather controlled series, mistakes left and right, and back and forth we go. Tied up again with a minute left.
The fact that Lethemir knew that was going to end up down that end and was ready for it. Great heads up from him, passing play, Kronovi. And we are just goal after goal now. The roller coaster has started and it's on its way. And now G2 finds himself back in the lead.
Credit to JNAPS on that one. Makes a big mistake and knows he has to make up for it. So he air dribbles it across the middle, gets another touch over to defender, and then just lays it down for his teammate. But now Ghost has to respond.
Final minute. Zane tries to get one of those 50s he's been so good at in the series, but he loses out. That ball go to the corner. Ghost on offense, can they find a scoring opportunity? G2 stopping it in the corner fairly well here. Good turn by Memory, just to keep the pressure on. We see Leth and Zane ready to move up into that right-hand corner. Lots of pressure, but no chances from Ghost Gaming. They need to get one in the next 30 seconds, otherwise G2 is going to hold on to their streak of winning. JNAP's just keeping it controlled, making sure there's no mistakes happen here. There's a chance, Lethemir, power shot. G2 rotating back to defense. We're able to stop that one out. 10 seconds left now. Ghost will have one final drive here, but two people up. That might be the end of it as Memory, the last one back, has to convert this into some sort of momentum down the other end of the field. He'll take it off the side. Lethemir tries to keep it alive. There's a touch from G2 though, and they'll let this one drop, and G2 barely holds on to their streak of winning and sets Ghost at a loss yet again.